You can start a war, but you might not be in the position to determine when and how the war is going to be fought. And that is the case between Captain Ibrahim Traoré and US General Michael Langley. Hello everyone and welcome to Timeless Time channel. My name is Dominic Waja and here we bring you global update, recent event and analysis. If you are new to the channel, I humbly request for you to subscribe, like and share. Whilst you're doing so, you encourage and motivate me to continue to bring you more content like this and also help others to get the message. And do not forget to click the notification button so that anytime I upload a new content, you'll be notified. Having said that, recently we all heard US General Michael Langley accuse Ibrahim Traoré and his regime using the state resources to their benefit instead of using it to help the people. And as expectation grew high, we were actually expecting that the captain would respond immediately to the accusation. However, that did not happen. The captain decided when and how he's going to respond. And that is what recently we also we have seen and heard the response of Captain Ibrahim Traoré when he made his trip to Moscow ahead of the celebration of Russia Victory Day celebration. And he had some conversation with President Vladimir Putin on how to strengthen and deepen their mutual alliances and cooperation. Over there, he was granted interview, and in the interview, this issue of General Michael Langley was asked that what is his response, or what does he say about this accusation, and that was the time I think he deemed it necessary and appropriate to respond, and he gave his response. So let me give you a quick overview of the response, and then we go ahead to watch the video or the response or the interview process. So this is what he said. He said, even if what the general said was true, the resources of Burkina Faso is for the people of Burkina Faso and the Burkina Faso government. And the general having the audacity and the authority to talk about it is what baffles him. In other words, the general has no audacity to talk about resources of Burkina Faso and how they use the resources. The resources is not for the general, or neither it is for the United States. So what business does he has to be talking about the use of these resources? And secondly, he accused him, or he also pointed out that the general was lying because Burkina Faso didn't have gold reserve until when they came in to start reserving these resources into their country reserve. So the general accusing him of using those reserves to their advantage was a complete lie, and that was how he pointed it out. And that last but not the least was he telling the general, just as he has the confidence and the bold to come out and accuse him publicly of misusing the state to their own benefit, that same way he should come back to apologize or they confront him. What he means by the confrontation is up to him. Having said that, let us watch the video.
Because everything he said is a lie. It's very bad to see an adult lying, to see a general officer of a great army lying. It's very serious. First of all, he talked about the gold of Burkina, which is used to protect us. First of all, it's the gold of Burkina. It's not his gold. That's the first thing. What does it look like? It looks like nothing. It's Burkina. It's the gold of Burkina. It doesn't look like it. The second thing, he's lying, because Burkina never had gold reserves until we arrived. It was us who started to reserve the gold in Burkina's treasury. Otherwise, there was not a single gram of gold reserve in Burkina. That means he's still a liar. The other thing, when he says that we use it to protect ourselves, we are free. If the people have decided that we govern, we have the duty to protect ourselves. So we are free. How does it look like? Himself in the mirror. Be ashamed. Come out and say that we made a false report. I regret it. He must say it publicly. If it's a false report, we did it. Because it's possible. It's possible that we made a false report. That he comes out and says, because you...
Yes, after watching the video yourself, you've seen the courage and the fearlessness of this guy. And that is a true leader. Yes, a leader who put his state or his people interests first. He spoke and refused to remain silent. These are some of the ingredients that are missing in African leadership. And I think this guy is continuing the legacy of our heroes like Thomas Sankara and Kwame Nkrumah and many others. The legacy of being fearless. The legacy of refuse to remain silent even in the face of threat. As a sovereign and independent country, we have the right to determine how we use our resources to the benefit of ourselves and the people.